Hello everyone, it's Jenna again, and like I promised, we're doing a brow tutorial today. So you can see the difference between this brow, which I have already done, and this brow. Brows are really important. They frame your face, and they can either detract from your eye look or they can enhance it. So that's why we're doing brows today. What you'll need in order to do brows um, the way that I do mine is a brow pencil in a color that matches as closely as possible your eyebrow color. The second thing you'll need is a brow powder, which can just be a matte eyeshadow. You don't want sparkle or shimmer. And you'll need a brush like this, an angled brush. The color that I'm using for my brows is medium brown. And as you can see, my hair is a dark brown color. I have dark brown hair. And my brows are sort of like a medium brown. So I don't want to go quite as dark as my hair, but I want them to be close. So the first thing that I'm going to do, and it does help to have a hand mirror like this one. The first thing I'm going to do is go in there with my pencil and lightly shade in the basic shape that I want. And I'm going to stick as closely as possible to the actual shape of my brows because I just want to enhance them, fill them in a bit, and fill in the sparse areas and just define them a little more. So I'm starting right here in the front of the brow, and the hairs at the front of the brow always go straight up and down. They're not curved out like that or like that. Some of them may be curved a little bit out like that. But most of them naturally, if you look at a natural brow right here in the front, they're going straight up and down. And right there is where I want my brow to start. You can see how I'm measuring that off. So I'm going to do the light upward motion. So I'm pushing down very lightly, going up and lifting it off. And as I get farther into the brow, I'm curving that way. And I'm pushing a bit harder. The first few times that you do your brows, it's going to take a little longer because it's practice, and the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. And it won't take you as long because you already know the shape that you're going for and the procedure. Now, your brow is supposed to stop. If you take this corner right here and go straight up, that is where your brow is supposed to stop. So you can see right there, I went down a little farther than you're supposed to. But for me, that is a personal preference. I like to have a long stem on my brow. I feel like it makes my eye area look a little more almond shaped. And it accentuates the arch. So now you can see my eyebrows are not identical. Your eyebrows are not supposed to be twins, but they are supposed to be sisters. So they are supposed to look similar, but they're not going to look exactly the same. The next thing I'm going to do is to take my angled brush and dip it in my brown powder. Kind of get the excess off on my hand. You can kind of see I just patted that like that. We don't want a big gob of color. And we're not going to start right here because the hairs that are right here at the front of the brow should generally be lighter in color than the hairs that are in this area and further back. And what this step does is it just sets that pencil. It's just like when you put a liquid foundation on and then you put a powder over it to set it. That's really what we're doing here with this powder. It also provides more dimension to the brow and it gives it a more natural appearance. Now I'm just going to go back and make any additional changes. And you can see the difference. Now that we've got both of the brows done, take a step back and look at how it frames the eye. You almost don't need any eye makeup at all. There's a lot of little boo-boos that can go wrong when you're doing your brows. If you feel like maybe the color that you put on there, it's a little too stark, don't wipe the brow off and start all over. Just kind of get the residue off of your brush that you just did your foundation with and tap most of it off. And then just run that through the brow. And that will help tone down the intensity. You can also take the end of, you can take a spoolie or something like this. The end, my pencil comes with an end like that. And you can take that and run that through, and that'll help remove some of the excess product if you happen to get too much on there. So there you go. There's brows. And brow shape varies depending on your face shape. You do want to kind of stick closely to that. I have a diamond shaped face, and so my brows need to have more of a curvature so that they take away from the angularity of my face. I will try to include a link in the description so that you can figure out what your best brow shape is for your face shape. It's kind of the science of beauty. I hope this brow tutorial has been helpful. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them, and I will see you soon. Thank you. for watching.